Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read to you a program called Tarot, Especially Love for Zodiac Signs. And this is for the month of June 2017. And this is for you coming from Pisces. So let me shuffle my cards, my Kabbalistic tarot cards. And the first card that I'm going to pull is to represent what lies for you ahead in the month of first 15 days of June. Well, here is the card, and it's really not a good card that I pulled for you, so let me explain to you why. Now, let's start with your romance areas. It says that the romance area is going to find a lot of issues. I'm looking at a lot of planetary signs here. And the first one that catches my eye is the planet who is going to make you very argumentative and quarrelsome. The second one shows that indifference, which means that you are not interested in finding solutions in the first 15 days of June with your romance partner. And that is really a recipe for a breakdown. So having heard this from me, and if you value your romance partner and want to keep the romance going, you have to be more supportive, kinder. You cannot afford to argue, and if it is your romance partner who tends to want to argue and brings up all the other negative points which I've just mentioned, then you have to remain calm and cool and understanding, and you have to somehow tell yourself, never mind, it's only the first 15 days of June that I have to worry about. Go think that way, and the 15 days will pass. Not every one of the 15 days will trouble you. So in the first 15 days, you have to bend backwards to accommodate your romance partner. If you have found a new romance partner, be careful. The romance partner would come loaded with complications and with problems of his or her own. And so you would inherit a romance which comes very troubled. So it doesn't mean that if a romance comes, possibility in the first 15 of Pisces, reject it. No, don't reject it. But don't jump into it with both feet. Use one foot to test the water. And if you find that it's uncomfortable, then have a wait and see attitude and relax and take it slow. Okay? If you already have a romance partner, I worry that if you're not careful, there may be, I won't call it an ending, but there will be a near crisis which you may have to work off with. And so if you're not careful, and if you argue, and if you add fuel to the fire, this romance in the first 15 days of June is going to become very weak. So listening to me, if you value it, work hard and be the opposite, be supportive, be kind, be loving. Now, talking of marriage, your marriage situation will have a crisis of its own in the first 15 days of June. The crisis, as I said, includes arguments. It also includes finances. And this, of course, also refers to your romance, by the way. So the financial planets are all reversed, which means that finances are an issue. So it's either not enough money, or not knowing how to spend the money, or not knowing who should be in charge of the money. So situations like that become very touchy. So in your marriage area, when finances are an issue, that means sometimes not enough of it. So there's of course a tightening of the belt, and whoever is happy if the finances are weak. So if your marriage partner brings up these issues of struggling for so long, or struggling suddenly and unexpectedly, don't retaliate, don't put the blame on anybody, be cool. Tell yourself it's only for 15 days that this problem has been predicted. So in the 15 days, you tell your partner, never mind, we will find solutions. Togetherness, supportingness, I'm sure things will turn well for us. Don't worry. All these are wonderful, powerful words. And when your marriage partner or your romance partner hears all this, immediately the calmness enters. The possibility of belief in you will enter. And so everything will become more under control. Okay? So sorry to say, your first 15 days are going to be very touchy and difficult. Last thing you want to do is to instigate or to provoke. So if you remain cool, the situation will remain as cool as possible. Alright? Now, the next card that I'm going to pull will be for the last 15 days. Oh no. Will be for the last 15 days. This is my opposite neighbor who has an alarm which is very sensitive. Now, let's talk of the last 15 days. The last 15 days of shown on this card are much, much better. They show that in your romance area, if you're looking for a romance, it comes very readily and is going to be very good and supportive for you. And if you already have a romance going, the last 15 days of June show the bonding and the being togetherness is really wonderful. There's only one issue that bothers me here, and it is that either you or your romance partner may want to prove to be too dominating or too stubborn. And well, you can't control the behavior of your partner, romance partner. You can control your own. So you don't be dominating and you don't be too pushy and to be too stubborn. And when you don't do that, your romance partner cannot go on forever. He or she will get tired because they have nobody to spar with, nobody to punch around with, and so they give up. And the first and the second 15 days can then improve a lot. If you already have an ongoing romance, you have to realize that there will be issues. The first 15 days were really bad, so these issues are going to creep into the second 15 days. But tell yourself, it's only another 15 days. But there's a lot of solution to be found in romance areas to stabilize it. You'll do much better in the last half of the month. Regarding your marriage, well, your marriage is going to be much better during the last 15 days of June. There's a lot of, I use the word bonding. Bonding just means getting together, supporting each other, loving each other, wanting to stabilize the situation of problems. Alright? So there's so much bonding here. So plan outings in the last 15 days, no harm. A different environment, music, going around dancing or eating. All these changes can bring life back to a marriage. You need to do this in the last 15 days of June because boredom is also shown here. Alright? So excite your partner and you will be able to make the last 15 days much, much happier. Again, some problem that you could be dominating or you could be stubborn is shown here in the marriage area. So don't do that. Try to be accommodating, try to be flexible, be negotiable, and most of all, be kind. If your partner wants to dominate, well, you can't control your partner. Don't retaliate, don't be provocative. Try to take the cool way out. Try to be silent as much as you can. Of course, you cannot be silent, otherwise it may be insulting to your partner. But try to take the soft approach. That's my message to you in the last 15 days, and they will be improving and they'll be solving many of your marriage issues as well. Okay. Now I'm going to take up both of these cards and I'm going to tell you about lucky dates, D-A-T-E-S, lucky dates in the month of June for you. The dates which I've chosen for you are the 2nd, 11th, 20th and 29th. 2nd, 11th, 20th and 29th. These are going to be very lucky dates for you. Even in the first 15 days which are predicted with so many problems, yet on the 2nd and the 11th you are going to be very lucky. So you bookmark these dates, morning, noon and night. You will find solutions. Go out together. You'll find that a lot of bonding and a lot of peace comes into your lives with your romance partner or your marriage partner. And then during the second half of March, of June, the 20th and the 29th are also waiting to give you so many solutions, so much goodness, so that your marriage and romance area can do better and better. So bookmark the 2nd, 11th, 20th and 29th and use it to your benefit. Now I'm going to talk to you about your lucky ages, and I'll give you an example of ages. Now if you happen to be the ages of 16 or 25 or 34 or 43 or 52 or 61 or 70 or 79, if you happen to be any of these ages, you're going to be one very lucky person in the month of June. And even though I have predicted the first 15 days to be that bad, if you're of these ages, you're going to find that you will be able to control the situation faster and better because you will be the luckier ages. If you're not of these ages which I mentioned, don't panic. This was just an example. Just an example. Okay? Alright. Now I want to talk to you about colors. And there is a magic color which is used for the month of June in 2017 to correct all the difficulties coming for you, and it is the color gray. Gray is a magical color. It may look boring, but it's a very powerful color, and it's a channel of energy provided for a little group of very powerful planets as well. So undergarments, top garments, pillowcase, bed sheets, the towels, everything that you touch, try to have a handkerchief which is gray and hold on to it. You will have plenty of help from this magical color of gray. I'm a big believer in gray. It is believed that colors were created so that for each planet can use different colors as a channel to provide their energy to us individually. All right. Now I also give advice regarding the month every month. So for this month of June, I'm going to warn you that somebody from Scorpio is going to prove to be very difficult for you. And this person from Scorpio, let's talk of your romance. If you find a romance in the month of June and the person happens to be from Scorpio, you have to be very cautious. Don't dive into the romance, because that romance will come loaded with complications of some kind or another. So don't jump in both feet, test the water, go slow, study the character of this person who wants to be so loving and involved with you. Take your time. You have to understand it, and then you make your move. If you already have a romance and this happens to be somebody coming from Scorpio, that's fine. But during this month of June, you will have great difficulty with this person, because as the months go by and different calendar years, there's a mechanism that changes, where in every zodiac sign, in every month, there will be a counter from some other zodiac sign. So this time for you, it is Scorpio who is the troublemaker, people who come from Scorpio. So if you have a romance partner who comes from a Scorpio, don't give up. You'll just tell yourself, it's going to be a very sensitive period for my partner of romance. So be understanding, be more loving, and you'll get by with that. And in your marriage area, if you happen to be married to somebody who comes from Scorpio, well, don't be sorry about it. No, because every zodiac sign has its goodness too. Just tell yourself, for the month of June, I must not irritate or annoy or say things which can easily upset my marriage partner. Otherwise, a situation can go from bad to worse. So if you're kind, if you're supporting, if you are loving, that person from Scorpio will have no reason to be against you. You apply this also to your career area, to your business area. Don't share your secrets with anybody who is from Scorpio during the month of June. Otherwise, you will learn to regret it. Okay? All right. Now, I'm already Skyping, and I'm charging USD 50 for a 90-minute Skype session with me. And during that 90-minute, I will ask you, I will know already your date of birth and time of birth. I will look at your palms while we Skype. I will look at you and study your face. Face is a map of so much information about you. And so for 90 minutes, I will talk to you about your next 5 or 6 years and advise you in all areas of your life. Go to Facebook, follow me, we can communicate, make a date to Skype with me, or go to Skype itself, leave a message, and I'll come back to you. All right? Thank you for listening to me, and goodbye.